You may have a seat, Mr. Worthing.
Thank you, Lady Bracknell. I prefer standing.
I feel bound to tell you, you are not down on my list of eligible young men. Although I have the same list as the dear Duchess of Bolton. We work together, in fact. However, I am prepared to enter your name should your answers be what a really affectionate mother requires. Do you smoke?
Yes, I must admit I do smoke.
I am glad to hear it. A man should always have an occupation of some kind. There are far too many idle men in London as it is. How old are you?
I am 29.
A very good age to be married at. I am of the opinion that a man who desires to be married should either know everything or nothing. Which do you know?
I know nothing, Lady Bracknell.
I am pleased to hear it. I do not appreciate anything that tampers with natural ignorance. Ignorance is like a delicate, exotic fruit. Touch it, and the bloom is gone. The whole theory of modern education is radically unsound. Fortunately, in England at any rate, education produces no effect whatsoever. If it did, it would pose a serious danger to the middle class, and probably lead to acts of violence in Grosvenor Square. What is your income?
It's between 7,000 and 8,000 a year.
In land or in investments?
In investments, chiefly.
That is satisfactory. What between the duties expected of one during one's lifetime and the duties extracted from one after one's death, land ceases to be either a profit or a pleasure. It gives one position and prevents one from giving it up. That's all that can be said about land.
I have a country house with land, of course, attached to it. About 1,500 acres, I believe. But I do not rely on it for my main form of income. In fact, I do believe that poachers are the only people who can make anything out of it.
A country house? How many bedrooms? That matter can be cleared up later. You do have a townhouse, I hope. A girl with an unspoiled and delicate nature like Gwendolyn could hardly be expected to reside in the country.
I have a house in Belgrave Square. It is let out by the year to Lady Bloxham. I can get it back at any time with 6 months' notice.
Lady Bloxham? I don't know her.
She is a lady of considerably advanced years. She goes about very, very little.
Oh, well, nowadays that's no guarantee for respectability of character. What number Belgrave Square?
149.
Oh. The unfashionable side. I thought there was something, however, that could easily be altered.
The fashion or the side?
Well, both, I presume. What are your politics?
I'm afraid I really have none, Lady Bracknell. I am a liberal unionist.
Oh, they count as Tories. They dine with us, or come at the evening at any rate. Now, on to minor matters. Are your parents living?
I have lost both my parents.
To lose one parent, Mr. Worthing, may be regarded as a misfortune. To lose both looks like carelessness. Tell me, who was your father? He was evidently a man of some wealth. Was he born in what the radical papers call the purple of commerce, or did he rise from the ranks of the aristocracy?
I do not know, actually. You see, when I said that I had lost my parents, it would be closer to the truth to say that my parents seem to have lost me. I do not know who I am by birth. You see, I was found.
How?
Yes, I was found. by a most generous and kindly gentleman, the late Mr. Thomas Cardew, man of most hospitable occupation, and he found me and he gave me the name of Worthing because he happened to have a ticket for Worthing in the Oh, Worthing is a place in Sussex. It's a seaside resort.
Tell me, this charitable gentleman, where did this charitable gentleman with a first-class ticket to a seaside resort find you?
In a handbag.
A handbag?
Yes, Lady Bracknell. A rather large black leather handbag with handles. A very ordinary black handbag, in fact.
And in what locality did this Mr. James Thomas Cardew come across this ordinary handbag?
In the cloakroom of Victoria Station. It was given to him to take his own.
In the cloakroom of Victoria Station.
The Brighton line.
Mr. Worthing, I confess I feel somewhat bewildered by what you've just told me. To be born, or at any rate, bred in a handbag, whether it had handles on it or not, seems to me to indicate a total disrespect for the normal decencies of family life, and reminds one of the worst excesses of the French Revolution. We all know what that unfortunate movement led to. As for the particular locality in which this handbag of yours was found, a cloakroom in a railway station might serve to conceal a social indiscretion, and probably indeed been used for that purpose before now, but it can hardly be regarded for an assured basis for a recognized position in good society.
Oh, please, Lady Bracknell, could you please advise me what I could do? I need hardly say I would do anything in the world to ensure Gwendolyn's happiness.
I would strongly advise you, Mr. Worthing, to acquire some relations as soon as possible, and to produce at any rate one parent of either sex before the season is quite over.
I don't see how I could possibly do that. I can produce a handbag at any given moment. It is in the dressing room of my house. I think that should thoroughly satisfy you, Lady Bracknell.
Me? What has it to do with me? You can hardly imagine that I and Lord Bracknell would dream of allowing our only daughter, a girl brought up with the utmost care, to marry into a cloakroom and form an alliance with a parcel.